Welcome to my 10th ever Wild Watches video. Today, I will be taking a look at the movies I watched in the month of October. I will talk about them individually, starting now. The first movie I watched was The Shallows on Blu-ray. I find more and more reasons I love this movie every time I watch it. It is still my third favorite theatrical shark movie ever made to this point in time. I mean, yeah, I see the shark acts way too out of character for a normal shark, but it's a fun popcorn ride because of that. The second movie I watched was Night of the Creeps on Blu-ray. It was the director's cut that I saw, and it is definitely a great movie. Not the best 80s movie, but it's still worthy of cult status. The third movie I watched was Zombie 5. Killing Birds. Oh boy. I mean, this movie sucks. There's ample opportunities for awesome kills, but they never pull through with them. The fourth movie I watched was The Crooked Man. This was a pretty interesting movie for a lower budget paranormal movie. It is a semi-spin-off of The Conjuring 2, and it works on some levels, but not all. The fifth movie I watched was The Conjuring 2. Well, speak of the devil. I watched this on Blu-ray and I love it. It is far superior than the first, in my opinion. Everything from the atmosphere, the characters, the acting. It's like The Conjuring times 10, and it is genuinely scary in some scenes. The sixth movie I watched was Ghoulies 3. Ghoulies Go to College. This was at least decent. Not as good as the first, and definitely not as good as the second, but it is leaps and bounds better than Ghoulies 4. The seventh movie I watched was The Purge Election Year on Blu-ray. Let me be honest. If I were to pick a Purge movie to watch in order from least to greatest, it'd be The Purge Anarchy, The Purge, and The Purge Election Year. That is probably the other way around for most people, but it's not that it's the better film, it's that it is the most entertaining, at least in my opinion. The eighth movie I watched was The Strike Commando, starring Reb Brown. It's Rambo First Blood Part 2, with an Italian spin. Great, dumb, fun movie. The ninth movie I watched was The Woman in Black, the 1989 classic. Bet you didn't know there was an original movie from the 80s, did ya? This is a great movie with no jump scares. It relies solely on suspense and atmosphere. The 10th movie I watched was A Nightmare on Elm Street, the 1984 classic. I just felt like watching it because I got the new box set. Oh, that's for the next Blu-ray and DVD update. The 11th movie I watched was From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. This is the worst From Dusk Till Dawn movie out of the whole entire franchise, in my opinion. Every character is unlikable. At least in part 2, you had some decent characters. The 12th movie I watched was Trick or Treat. I watched this on Halloween with my family. Of course I did. It's a tradition in my house. And the final movie I watched in the month of October is Halloween, the 1978 classic. Possibly one of the most perfectly constructed slasher movies ever made. And that's it. That's all the movies I watched in the month of October. Now, I know it is not a big list, but I had lots going on. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Movie Reviews. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below to leave comments and subscribe.